What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl, Amber Lene, and I am back again with another one. Listen, if you are new here, man, welcome in. If you are not, listen, you already know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe for a vibe, because that's how I know these videos is locking in with y'all. Y'all vibing with me, and y'all, put me in on the algorithm. That's the whole point of this. Like, please, somebody, please. Nah, but without further ado, y'all, it's Monday. It's a great day. God is good, first and foremost. But I'm really just bringing this video to you guys because I feel like I'm talking to myself, but I'm talking to somebody else who may need to hear it. A lot of times you're going to feel like you don't have the outlets that you need to succeed in your life. I'm going to say that one more time. It's, not a lot of times you're going to feel like that you have the outlets that you need to succeed in life. And that's just what was just put on my spirit. Because I feel like, a lot of people need to hear this. During your journey, during your process, you're going to go through a lot of resistance. You're going to go through a lot of kickback, pushback. But it's up to you to train your mind to say that I'm not going to let this defeat me. I'm not going to let this, stir me in another direction of where I'm heading. The reason why I really got into, my YouTube channel and I really got in and I locked in with it because it was something that I wanted to do and it wasn't something that everybody else around me was doing. You get what I'm saying? And not only that, I wanted to prove to myself that as many other things that I have done in my life and I manifested in my life, YouTube has always been number one, but I always put it on the back burner because of the thought of being seen, the thought of being heard, the thought of having to show up in front of whether it was one person or 10,000 people, the thought of potentially being perceived wrong or, someone judge me and saying to me that, YouTube is stupid or YouTube is this or go focus on something other than YouTube. And for the longest time, I struggled with that in my mind, and I want to just tell y'all how important it is that you control your thoughts, you control how you think, you control what you say about yourself, you control your environment because how you think, how you feel, what you see will determine your success moving forward in life. And I used to be very much headstrong. I'm still headstrong, but I feel like there's things that took place in my life where it kind of put me in a mindset of like doubt, And I just want you to know that, doubt is here to just be like a thief in the night to get you not to lock in on your goals, your dreams, the things that you see for yourself, your vision. And I had to say to myself that that's all that is. It's like the doubt trying to creep in where I've always been confident. I've always trusted myself. I've always, taken these risks and I've seen what it got me in life and where I am today. Mind y'all, I come from very much humble beginnings and the things that I've accomplished would have not been so much, a real thing today had I not set in my mind that it was going to happen. And we can take this topic onto the insight of how manifestation is what we call it today, but I call it more so like having faith that everything in your life will, transpire or come to fruition as long as you have faith, as long as you believe, as long as you trust. Like, I know sometimes trusting and having faith will lead you in some murky waters to where it's like, I can't see. But that's just like us breathing and having oxygen. We can't see it, but we know that we have oxygen because we're alive. And that's what faith is, like not being able to see, the light at the end of the tunnel, but trusting that there is one there. And I just had to say this to y'all because right now I'm pursuing something that I feel like I see the light, like the dimness of the light, but at the same time it's like I'm still in murky waters because I'm feeling unsure. But it takes for me to sit here and be vulnerable with you guys to tell you that, like, you're going to be unsure. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to feel like, oh, my gosh, like, should I be focusing on this and not something else? You're going to feel that way. That's why for some people, it's a dream because it's like, it's a possibility that it can happen. It's a possibility that it can't happen. But the possibility is all you have to do is believe, have faith, and always know. Like, that's the key thing. You got to know that you will prevail, you will prosper, you will get through whatever it is that you're trying to get through to get to the other side of things. Like, when I first got on here, y'all, I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know how I wanted to show up on this platform. But you know what? For the last 6 months, I've been showing up. No matter how it looked, no matter what I'm talking about, I've been showing up because the only way to find your way is to just go out there and do it. Eventually, you're going to find your niche. You're going to find that pocket to where you fit right exactly in. And it's going to work out, and everything is going to literally unfold in divine timing. Now, I know it sounds crazy because, anything that you start, it's like, I'm brand new to this. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure out the learning curve. I'm trying to evolve. I'm trying to get there. And sometimes you get frustrated because you feel like the process just not moving fast enough. But even if the process did move, as fast as you wanted, do you really feel like you would appreciate going through the process if it happened overnight? You know what I'm saying? Because we all know that things that come to you in the matter of a just snap of a finger, we don't always appreciate those things. So with my YouTube journey, I'm starting to just realize that this is a platform where you can't expect instant gratification. You're going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to do the time. And there will be a time where you shine. It's with anything in life. There will be a time where you shine at the brightest. And at that time, that's when you need to make the most of that moment and make sure that you capitalize on the time when it is your time. Because you don't want to keep waiting around, missing opportunities. You want to keep waiting around, procrastinating, keep waiting around. Like, you don't want to be in the waiting. You know what I'm saying? You want to move forward and take those steps to be bigger, better, and greater. And like I said, for me to get on here and talk to you guys about it is because I feel like me pursuing YouTube has made me realize that all of the other things that I manifested in my life, they didn't come overnight. They didn't come like right then and there. I might have said it like 6 months ago, like I wanted this to happen, and then it happened a year later. But eventually it came. And I just want to give y'all like, an example of just believing in whatever it is that you want in this life to be true, to be possible, to just live in the moment as if it's already done. I already have it. I am. You know what I'm saying? I already am who I say I am. Like, that's literally like the mindset that you have to have. So just to kind of bring this into some context here, last year, my 30th birthday, I decided to myself that I wanted to go to St. Lucia. Now, I don't know what drew me to St. Lucia, but it was like something pop up on my screen, and for whatever reason, St. Lucia was just on my heart, and I could not stop obsessing with the island. I could not stop obsessing with going there. I could not stop. Like, it was one of those things where I was thinking about it constantly every single day. Like, I'm going to St. Lucia for my birthday. I'm going to St. And I kept saying it. I kept, being consistent with saying and believing that I was going to be in St. Lucia on my 30th birthday. You know what I'm saying? But this is where I'm going with this. Like, anything that you have a goal and a dream about, it's like obsessed with the thing, but not overly obsessed with it. Like, say to yourself, like, it's gonna happen. Remind yourself that it's gonna happen. Don't worry about how it's gonna happen, but put it in your mind like, this is what I want. Be clear about what you want. Set the intentions on what you want, and I promise you, everything in between will work out for you to have what you want. And that's exactly what happened for me. I told myself that I didn't know when I was going to St. Lucia. Actually, I did. I was clear about that. I was going on my birthday, my 30th birthday. I didn't worry about the how. I wasn't worried about if this was going to be aligned as far as like this, that, and the third. I already knew that it was. If I said it, it was done, basically. And that's what it is about anything in this life. Once you say something is yours, once you say that it's done, you can't be around here saying, I hope it happened. I hope this take place. No, you got to know. You got to be clear about it. You have to be clear on your intentions. And so, like, even with my YouTube channel right now, I'm talking to y'all wholeheartedly, telling y'all I know right now today we are, where we at? May 19th. I know that my YouTube channel will be where it needs to be, I would say within the next 30 days, 60 days. I know that my platform would take a turn for the better. Because at the end of the day, when you're passionate about things, when you do things because you love to do them, it's fun. You don't even worry about all the extras that comes along with you going through the process. And I've been very much consistent with doing this. And I look back just recently, yesterday, like, how long have I been, showing up on YouTube? And it's been about a good 6 months. And I really doubled down on it just recently because I'm like, I want to make it before, the end of 2025 on YouTube, to be monetized, to be, doing everything that I want to do on this page, showing up as my authentic self. I want to be there. So it's like I'm trying to double down, but I'm not forcing it because, like we know, like anything's forced. Sometimes it don't always work out as as you want it to go. But you have to double down on the things that you want. You have to lock in on the things that you want. You can't worry about the outside noise. You can't worry about anybody that's not basically rooting for you to be who you want to be or do what you want to do. You got to root for yourself sometimes. And it sucks. But I'm here to let you know that with consistency, with perseverance, with showing up every single day, no matter what what your exterior world looks like, your inner world, you have to literally live in there and just say that I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to be a superstar. I'm going to influence the masses. I'm going to be somebody that everybody knows about. Whether it doesn't matter what, profession that you are in. These are the things and the concepts that you have to speak to your inner self, because what's in will reflect on the exterior. So it's like you literally have to have that talk with yourself every single day. I don't care how everything else looks around me. This is what I'm telling myself within, that this is going to happen for me. This is what I'm going to experience. And there's a lot of times, I'm not even going to lie, where people thought I was crazy for a lot of things that I manifested in my life and a lot of things that I talked about. But I was never, I was never the one not to believe in myself. I was probably like one of the most delusional friends you could ever experience. I'm still delusional. I'm still delusional to this day, because I feel like for your dreams, whatever it is for you, you have to be crazy delusional about it. Because, like I said, for the average person, it's just like, nah, that ain't me. That ain't for me. That's for them. No, you got to be delusional in everything about yourself that you want to come to fruition in your life. And I'm still delusional. I'm telling you right now, I'm delusional to the point that I would go to neighborhoods that I like within my area that have nice homes, nicer homes, high-end homes. I would go, I just went, showing y'all you guys that I went to the dealership. Like, you have to be that delusional. You have to put yourself in those environments, for you to feel all of the things that you are trying to experience right now. Like, if you telling me that you want to, live in, just say, LA, but you ain't never been there, you got to be delusional enough to say, I'm going to LA. I'm going to experience LA. I'm going to see what LA is like, because I'm trying to put myself in that environment. And that's what I did for myself. I started putting myself in a lot of environments because this is who I wanted to be. I wanted to see how these people act, walk, talk, whatever the case is. Like, you have to put yourself in that environment. And it's a lot of times where I get up on YouTube every single day and I watch somebody's YouTube video, not to take anything from them, but that's what I said about obsessing about a thing. If you want to be successful in something, you're going to study people that's already doing it, that's already successful, that's already doing and living the life that you want to live. And that's just that, because that is your blueprint. When I started just being in content creation in general, I studied people. I studied what people were engaging with. I studied. You can't tell me that you want to do something, you want to be somebody, but you're not doing the research behind what you want to do. Because that's what's going to change the game for you. And sometimes you do have to get you a mentor or someone, a coach, to help you along the way. But I do want you to know, based off of what I'm telling you right now, that all things are possible if you just act. If you just take massive action, you can achieve the very next thing that the people around you are already doing. You get what I'm saying? So I just want you to take this video as the opportunity to see for yourself that all you have to do is believe in yourself. All you have to do is say to yourself that I am enough. That I am destined for greatness. Prosperity and abundance is my birthright. I'm not settling for less. I'm going after everything that God says that I can have on this green earth, because God wants us to live a very much abundant and prosperous life. And the reason for that, because if God can show out for you in your life and do a lot of things in your life, no matter what you're going through right now today, it's more reason why people could give praise, which you should give God praise at all times. But it's just more to reign his name throughout the universe. You know what I'm saying? And I just want you to know that you are truly blessed, no matter what your circumstances and situation. Like, you are blessed to even be here because you were picked. God picked you. So that means you have the opportunity to be somebody because God picked you. You know how many people that, floated through the womb and all that to get to where you was trying to go, but you made it? Come on, man. That's like the lottery. You was like a 1 in a million chance, but you are here. So I'm telling you, while you are here, do something that when you can look on your life and you up there in your age and you can look back in time, you say, you know what, I'm so glad I did it. Because right now, even at my age right now, I'm about to be 31 this year, y'all. I've done so much that even right now at my age, I look back and be like, dang, man, I did a lot. And I'm still doing more. I'm still doing more. I'm still going for more. I'm still being proactive and still dreaming. I'm still tackling new goals. I'm still searching for more within myself and opening up other doors, opening up, my mind to other things, because I'm like, I don't have to just settle for any and everything. I don't have to settle for somebody that's saying, punch the clock all the time, which, I can. I don't have to settle to just, live in the same state. I don't have to settle to drive the same car and make the same money. You don't have to settle. Listen, you have life. You have life to give. You have inspiration to give. So be an inspiration to somebody. That's my whole goal. My goal is to be an inspiration to somebody else that's looking at me and saying, like, you know what? If Amber Lene can do it, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. And this is the same thing that I have for myself. I see people on YouTube and I say to myself, if they could do it, I can do it too. Twin, we can do it too. So I just wanted to bring y'all this video because you got to really wholeheartedly believe in yourself, trust in yourself. You may have started your process a little later than others. You may have bloomed a little later than others, but guess what? You still here to continue the marathon to get to where you want to go. God ain't count you out yet. Nobody else ain't count you out. You still here to make an impact. So I want you to make that impact. I want you to go after whatever it is that you believe in your life, and don't let nobody else deter you from being the person that you want to be today. And I just know for myself that even in like right now time, even as I'm shooting this video, sooner than I think, like I'm talking about quicker than I think, even right now, because I wake up and I'm like, I know it's coming. I know it's coming. It's on its way. It's on its way to me. I say this to myself every single day because, like I said, there's things around you that will make you feel like throwing a towel in. But I'm telling you right now, don't do it. Because right at the moment where you think that it's like I can't do it and I'm throwing a towel in, that's exactly when everything changes. That's when your life blows up and everything that you inspired to be and everything that you wanted is right there at your fingertips, So, like I said, trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and don't let nobody just come into your circle and make you feel like that it's not possible. You can do all things. You can do anything. And I'm just literally like a testimony of that. Like I said, I've came from very much humble beginnings, but I've done so much in my life where it's like, wow, who would have ever thought? And guess what? I'm still going. I'm still locked in. I'm still built for greatness. And that, like, y'all just don't understand, like, and I'm going to get to that, like, at a later date, you know what I'm saying? And really, like, just tell y'all, my story. But you got to get to know me first. So what y'all got to do, twin, like, comment, and subscribe for a vibe. But I'm just hyped up because I know where I came from and I know where I'm going. And I feel like I'm in that great in-between. But it's time, it's just time. So y'all lock in on everything that y'all believe in, everything that, you want, because like I said, God will provide. God will do his big one for you. God will show up and show out for you in a major way. But you have to meet him halfway. You have to believe in yourself. You have to trust the process. You got to know that even when there's no way that you can see as far as the path, that you're on the right path, So, like I said, y'all, tune in for more content. I appreciate y'all for locking in. I hope y'all have a magnificent, wonderful day. And y'all already know what to do. Like this video, hit the notification bell if you feel like this video had brought you some great, massive value. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all have a good one. Be blessed.